Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. NBA legend Dwight Howard was in tears after major personal news. Los Angeles Lakers fans will remember Dwight Howard as a role player on the 2020 championship team as well as an all-star on the 2012-13 squad. But before that, the 2004 number 1 overall pick had a legendary run with the Orlando Magic. Howard won 3 consecutive Defensive Player of the Year awards from 2009 to 11, and led the league in blocks in 09 and 10. The 6'10" center also won the slam dunk contest in 2008 and led the league in rebounds 5 times, 4 of which were with the Magic. The 5th time was with the Lakers in 2013. Howard, who spent his last season with Los Angeles in 2021-22, shared his reaction when he found out that he'd been inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame class of 2025, via NBA on TNT. "I cried, man, I cried so much," the former Houston Rocket said on Tuesday. "Just from thinking about that moment when I told my dad that I wanted to be in the NBA, to being the first pick, and then obviously ending my career with the Lakers and winning a championship. That meant everything to me. I was just sitting back and thinking, man, I had a long career, and it'd be awesome to be in the Hall of Fame," he continued. "Then I got that call that you're gonna get a call one day from the Basketball Hall of Fame. Once I got that call, every basketball thought that I had from, first, picking up a basketball, to telling my dad that I wanted to be the number 1 pick, to getting up at 4 a.m. every day, every moment came back. I just cried thinking about those moments," he concluded. Howard joined Carmelo Anthony, Sue Bird, Maya Moore, Sylvia Fowles, Billy Donovan, Mickey Arison, Danny Crawford, and the 2008 U.S. Olympic men's team in the 2025 class. Heat named among favorites to land Lakers starter. Heading into the offseason, Pat Riley will likely have a list of players he wants to target, as he looks to retool the Miami Heat roster. Eric Spoelstra's team is certainly in need of some fresh talent, having been swept in the opening round of the 2025 NBA playoffs. According to Bovada Sportsbook, Miami is among the favorites to pry Austin Reeves away from the Los Angeles Lakers with odds of plus 400. Since being snapped up by Los Angeles, Reeves has gone from being an undrafted rookie into a clear-cut tertiary option on a contending roster. Reeves, 26, played in 73 games this past season. He averaged 20.2 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 5.8 assists, while shooting 46% from the field and 37.7% from three-point range. It's clear that he could improve the Heat, both as a playmaker and another scoring threat. However, it's fair to question whether there would be too much crossover between Reeves and Tyler Herro's skill set. Both players are offensively gifted, but struggle on the defensive side of the floor. As such, Miami may opt to stay out of any trade negotiations for Reeves. Nevertheless, if a deal saw him land in Miami's laps, it's hard to envision Riley turning down the opportunity. Riley isn't against adding a veteran talent while Reeves is an unlikely target for the Heat. There are multiple other options who could make sense. Kevin Durant is among the most popular names being linked with a move to the Heat this summer. During a recent news conference, Riley refused to rule out trading for an aging star. "I think an aging great player, who may not be able to carry a team together, can rise to the occasion in the playoffs," Riley said. "I still think that an aging player can play. Look at LeBron James. I mean, look at these players. It's incredible. Players like LeBron and others who have played into their mid to late 30s and produced at a high level can help teams win championships. You have to pick out the right one, but I'm not against that, no. Durant may not be as young as Reeves, but he would significantly improve the roster. Despite his age, Durant is still a superstar offensive player, and in the right system, could still lead a contending team. Of course, Miami will likely face competition should the Phoenix Suns start listening to offers. Durant and Heat previously had mutual interest. A key point to note is that, unlike Reeves, Durant and Miami have previously had mutual interest in working together. Back at the NBA trade deadline, there was a list of teams with which there was mutual interest with Kevin Durant, Charania said on an April 2 episode of The Pat McAfee Show. Those teams are Minnesota, New York, Houston, San Antonio, and Miami. Given Durant's status as a top star in the NBA and the potential interest from around the NBA, it will be interesting to see how Riley pivots if he doesn't land his primary target. Whatever he decides to do, Heat fans will undoubtedly be hoping for some significant changes to the roster. After all, Spoelstra might be an amazing coach, but he can't be expected to work miracles year after year. Lakers predicted to add 7'2" center from Australia. Lakers predicted to add 7'2" center from Australia with the top of the 2025 NBA draft order set. Many mock drafts are starting to come out. While much of the focus will be on lottery picks, the Los Angeles Lakers wait until pick number 55 to make their first selection. That late in the draft, the Lakers are unlikely to find a player who can make an impact as a rookie. However, they could bet on somebody with some upside. It's no secret that the Lakers need size. They may still be playing if they had better center play this season. They can't go into the 2025-26 season with Jackson Hayes starting. They aren't going to find their starting center in the second round, but they could add a big body for depth purposes. In Jonathan Wasserman's latest NBA mock draft for Bleacher Report, he projects the Lakers to select Australian center Rocco Zikarsky with the 55th pick. The draft process will be important for Rocco Zikarsky after an unproductive season that ended early due to injury, Wasserman wrote. A mobile, 7'2" 18-year-old with pro experience may sway some teams to gamble and stay patient. The last few drafts have shown teams interested in adding Zikarsky's kind of size in the middle, even if they lack a modernized skill set. Scouting report on Zikarsky's size is not an issue for Zikarsky. He's one of the biggest players in the draft and is still very young. If he could further develop his skill set, he could be an intriguing player. NBA Draft Room praised Zikarsky's ability to utilize his superior size. Rocco is a massive center built in the Mark Eaton/Walker Kessler mold. He's a dominant force in the paint, protecting the rim and rebounding the heck out of the ball, NBA Draft Room wrote. He does a good job of bodying up and holding his own in the paint and has good shot blocking instincts. He shows good recognition and can come off his man and block shots on the weak side. His immense height and long arms allow him to block and alter shots without needing to get off the ground. However, Zikarsky is very limited on offensive skill set and his ability on defense is concerning. At this point he's not much of a jump shooter, but that could come in time. Has decent passing instincts, can operate in the high post and is pretty good with the ball in his hands, NBA Draft Room wrote. His biggest challenge at the NBA level will be guarding in space and keeping up with the pace of play. He's got decent mobility but isn't exactly a nimble or quick athlete. Lakers going to turn over every stone to find center. The Lakers are well aware how crippling their lack of a center was in the playoffs. They can't go into the playoffs next year with subpar play at the position. There are too many good bigs in the Western Conference right now. The hope was that Luka Doncic and LeBron James would be dominant enough to overcome the lack of a center, but that wasn't the case. The team's biggest job this offseason is to find a more stable option at the position. And you fan? What do you think about Rocco Zikarsky's situation? Write to us in the comments.